Now, the sports for South Mississippi with Patrick Clay.
12-11, bottom of the ninth. Eagles have 2 outs. They just tied the game. They just walked off. Southern Miss stays alive.
Oh, my gosh.
But they're going crazy, guys. Southern Miss walks off Arizona State. Their season is not over yet.
All right, thanks, Patrick.
Live TV.
It's been very special. I appreciate you breaking that story last year. It seems like a long time ago now.
Hard to believe it's been over a year since we first spoke to Zach Strief, confirming his candidacy for the Saints radio play-by-play announcer job. The legacy of Super Bowl 44 looms large over the Saints franchise, both figuratively and literally. There's a giant version of the game's logo printed on the side of the building here at the Saints practice facility, a constant reminder of the peak of their history. You know a lot about Lord of the Rings history.
Yes.
Best member of the Fellowship of the Ring.
Aragorn. Not
Why?
close.
Why?
He's the heir to Elendil, and he's the main character, so he's my favorite.
He could be a Lord of the Rings history teacher as well. The 56-year-old nearly becoming the oldest player to ever win on the PGA Tour. Is age just a number for you at this point?
Well, I mean, it's, I feel it. Every time I wake up in the morning, I feel it. But, it was nice to be in the last pairing.
From Pascagoula to Louisville, and now the Senior Bowl, Jalen Smith joining us here. Jalen, day 3 of practices here in Mobile. How exciting has it been for you to be able to showcase your talents in front of all of these NFL scouts and hopefully get a chance at the next level?
It's been huge.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Biloxi Shuckers baseball is finally back. Well, actually, I'll pass on the peanuts. I am highly allergic. But my dietary restrictions aside, there is still plenty of excitement here. Most projections still had Southern Miss on the outside looking in for the projected field of 64 for the NCAA tournament. Southern Miss didn't want their season to end here at MGM Park. Instead, they extended, beating FAU and clinching an automatic berth to the NCAA tournament. All this after he announced 2018 would be his final season in the NFL. That retirement didn't last all that long. I guess when he got home to his 7 kids, he looked at that price tag and thought, I could use another couple $1 million. The Class 6A South State Championship comes down to this. Game 2 between 2 coast rivals. St. Martin 1 win away from advancing to the state championship series for the first time in program history, while Biloxi just looks to keep their season alive. Another huge crowd on hand to watch these two square off. Fans even looking overhead from the football stadium. Yellow Jackets up 2-0 early, but there was so much more where that came from. Anthony Foto scores another on the RBI single, makes it 3-0. Then quickly a 4-0 game, and they keep on coming. Landon Payne brings the pain. Another grounder up the middle, another run scores, and then Leo Harris breaks this thing wide open. With 2 men on, the senior steps up to the plate, smacks it deep to left center field. See you later. The first home run of his entire high school career comes at a perfect time, a 3-run bomb in the South State Championships. St. Martin would score 10 runs in the first, and the fans are loving it. But Harris can do more than just hit. The UAB signee with a complete game performance on the mound, giving up just 1 run to Biloxi, and St. Martin would get it right back. In the 4th, Foto smacks it all the way to the outfield wall. It's an 11-1 ball game in the 5th, and all the Yellow Jackets need are 3 more outs for the run rule. Harris on the mound, grabs the grounder, fields it, flips it to first, and that will do it. Let the celebrations begin. St. Martin run rules Biloxi 11-1 in 5 innings to clinch their first South State championship in program history. Don't look now. The Yellow Jackets are heading to Trustmark Park.
Oh, as soon as Leo caught the ball, it was all excitement after that. It was rush.
It's something we've always dreamed of. And, to work this hard to get to where we are now is just an amazing feeling.
Next up, Jackson, let's go.
Again, Leo. Yeah.
What you hear is a lot for me. Just super excited for our guys. Super excited for all that's happened. 3 years ago, again, to this, it's special. Right. Special.
We'll meet in 15 minutes. Go Phillies!
Jalen Smith spent this past weekend at Ravens rookie minicamp and will fly back to Baltimore on Sunday for OTAs. But no matter how far from the coast his football journey takes him, his connection to Pascagoula Panthers football remains strong.
So how was Baltimore, brother?
It was nice. Every time he sees me, it's a big hug. It's always genuine, so that's my guy.
No matter how much time passes, Jalen Smith and Lewis Sims can always pick up right where they left off.
It didn't seem like that long ago you were just hanging out with these guys.
That's what it feels like.
Once a budding young athlete at Pascagoula High School, Smith now returns to War Memorial Stadium as an NFL wide receiver.
I'd ask him almost every day, what are you going to do to separate yourself from all the other Jalen Smiths in line with you? And he knows what that is, and he's done it before, he'll do it again.
They were all very, very strict on me, because, they saw something I didn't. They saw, a brighter future for myself, and it eventually paid off for me. It helped me out tremendously.
After Pascagoula propelled him to a 4-year career at the University of Louisville, Smith got his shot at the next level, signing as an undrafted free agent with the Baltimore Ravens.
Once the draft started flowing, you could sense that it would be more of a later round, to undrafted free agent type deal. But, I knew once the dust settled, I was going to be in a good spot. All in all, it was just a humbling experience, to go through that, and I'm happy to be where I'm at.
No matter what it took to get there, Sims isn't surprised to see his former player reach these heights.
He always had a little something extra, a little lagniappe, as we say down here in him. And he was always fun-loving and fun to be around, and he channeled that into loving to play the game.
As an undrafted free agent, Smith knows that nothing at this level is guaranteed. But he also knows he'll have a support system behind him right here on the coast every step of the way.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, Coach.
Always good.
Just do what you do, don't change anything about yourself, don't try to overdo it. Just keep doing what I do and let the chips fall where they may.
I'm just so proud of him. I'm proud of his mom, people who've given him support throughout his time, and I'm just excited for his opportunity to continue to pursue those dreams.
Smith tells us 10 or 11 NFL teams reached out to him after the draft, but there were 2 big reasons why he signed with Baltimore. For one, playing under head coach John Harbaugh, but also reuniting with Lamar Jackson, his quarterback at Louisville.